Time it is.
Yo,
It ends up being like
Fuck that house now. I'm back. To the top, I'ma make it. Niggas just can't take it. To the top, I'ma make 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 it.
Yo, we're back again. It's Nest Kingdom. Here with Saint Chubbs. But bad loss. Very, 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 very bad loss. The Nets gave up a record high 136 points for the season.
Did you get rid of the ghost video? Because I need.
Oh,
oh no!
we
Just
are
Going ghost!
Oh man, we gotta talk about that tonight. We're gonna talk about who went ghost tonight. Let me do some shout outs. Make sure you guys hit that like button again. The Nets just lost to the Wolves 136, 125. Shout out everybody, shout out Nest Kingdom, shout out Nest Nation. We in here. Even though the loss, we still in here. Peoples Hernandez, yo, what's good? D Nero, what's good? Crazy little big things. Hey, Beast Mode Reseller, Michael K, what's up? What's up? Anthony Paris. Midnight, hey, Midnight Donna, hey Donna, what's up? Maya, hey Maya. Oh, who's in here else? DC Washington President, hey, what's up? Savianco, hey, what's up? Nicholas, Brian Noble, hey Brian Noble, Beakroom, what's good? Beakroom, and one more. I'll try to get one more shout out in. Oh, the comments, y'all angry tonight. Y'all are angry.
Oh hell yeah, dude! Everybody's
Smith,
angry.
Claude Smith, Stephen O, Nolan Nicole, yeah, tough loss. Lenny Beeson, hey, what's up, bro? Yeah, so first quarter, it started off, and it's crazy because it was kind of like even. Like we were kind of like, it was like the offense was. We were actually pretty efficient in that first and second quarter. Like the offense was good, but the defense was bad. We really just every point we scored, it's like we just let them score right back. So it was that's how the game kind of started. And the end of the first quarter, the Nets led the Wolves 37-36. Very, very bad start defensively. Karl Towns actually started off bad, 1 for 6. Kyrie and Patty Mills combined for 15. And then we were killing the Wolves on the board 16-5. And James Harden starting off the first quarter 0 for 5. So did James Harden go,
I'm going ghost!
That should be a
ghost, y'all?
That should be a rhetorical question. That should be a rhetorical question.
I mean,
0 for 5 first quarter. Second quarter, he struggled again, and by halftime, we were down 72 to 62 at halftime. We were letting the Wolves shoot 50%. James only had 7 points. Kyrie, I think, had 11 at halftime. A lot of issues in the first half. I saw like basically we weren't. How do you explain this? We weren't playing defense. Like the rotations were all. We weren't defending the 3-point line, and I got to give credit to the Wolves. The Wolves were shooting lights out from 3. They were shooting. You got to give them credit. They were shooting. I don't know if they really shoot like this all the time, but from 3, they were
shooting 60% majority of the game.
They were shooting lights out from 3, and we weren't putting a hand up. You know what I'm saying? And the offense was kind of going, but we were just letting them score continuously. And it's not even the rebounds. We out-rebounding them in the first half, and the turnovers were kind of not crazy in the first half. It was just the defense. We were scoring, but we were letting them score. You know what I'm saying? We were giving up threes. So that mix is not going to work. You know, it's not going to work. But again, you got to give credit to the Wolves. That first half, they were shooting lights out. Through the whole game, they were actually shooting lights out. End of the third quarter, we trailed the Wolves 102-95. We came in, we made a little run in that third, and then in the fourth, it was just Kyrie. Basically, Kyrie, I think, cut it down to 10 at one point. Was it 10 or 7? But Kyrie lit it up. Mr. Fourth Quarter, Kyrie lit it up in that fourth quarter. And then in the fourth quarter, basically, if you watch this game, it was Kyrie versus the Wolves. It was Kyrie would score, Wolves would score. Kyrie, Wolves, and the Wolves just Kyrie missed a couple shots going down the stretch, and then the Wolves just went on a huge run, and then Nash just emptied the bench. And another fourth quarter thing we got to talk about tonight is, again, we went small early on. LaMarcus Aldridge fouled out, I think, with 5 minutes. Was it 7 minutes in the fourth quarter? And Nash decided to put in what was his name? James Johnson. Nash decided to put in James Johnson. And the lead was not too crazy at that point. The lead was not too crazy. I think it was like 7 or 10 at that time when he did that. Mm-hmm. And Cat started Karl Anthony Towns just started going crazy on JJ. And Nash realized, like, oh, he panicked. He was like, oh, I went small against Cat, and it didn't work. He tried to sub in Day'Ron with that 4 minutes left, and it just was not. It was too late. It was too little, too late. But again, how did you guys?
Chubb,
what did you guys?
Chubb,
let me ask this first. Let me ask this first.
I'm about to unload like a machine.
Yeah, let me ask this before.
I'm gonna say stuff, but it's like I'm gonna let you take it.
Yeah, let me ask this first. Like, what do you guys think was key? I'm gonna put a poll up too. What do you guys think was key for the loss tonight? What do you guys think we did wrong? Yeah.
The most key thing for this loss, in my opinion, was the refs. Like, look at it this way. The refs this game was anybody that played pickup can agree with me. This is the equivalent of that one guy in the pickup just calls everything.
Yeah.
But it's like there's one stipulation where like he has the ball and he's like, you're not getting the ball if you don't concede with the foul. So it's like you can't do nothing about it. And then now it's like you can't play defense on him because if you just barely touch him, it's a foul, and you're gonna have a whole argument about it. And then you're just annoyed and you're miserable. That's what the reffing this game was. And it's like all these little ticky-tack fouls. You barely touch a person that you're gonna call a foul. They calling all these flagrants, and it's like that causes the defense to say, okay, we can barely do any form of physicality with them, and now we got to change the way we defend.
Yeah,
like you gotta understand. If a ref is being that stingy with the fouls, they just letting it fly like that. On top of that, they're not calling nothing for you. That changes the game. That changes the whole way of how you defend the person.
Yeah.
And granted, it is a big reason to the loss, but it's no reason as to why some of these guys played the way they played. James Johnson 0 of 5 in the first half, that's unacceptable. Granted, you have the responsibility of playmaking, but you are a co-star and you are the
James Harden. I think you said Johnson.
James
Harden. You meant James Harden.
Yeah, James Harden. But you are the second guy on this team you look to be the main scorer. The secondary or main scorer. And you only ending this game with 13 points is just unacceptable.
Yeah.
And it's like you see what worked for you in that Spurs game, and it's like he didn't say, you know what, let me just do more of that. Every mid-range we saw this game, he made it. Every mid-range, a step-back mid-range, made it. Had Prince on him, step-back mid-range, made it. And it's like, why don't you keep doing that if you see what works? I don't know. But and I guess the elephant in the room, Nash subbed in James Johnson.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I do not know.
Yeah.
There's no justification as to why he put him in. The only justification was if Sharp had an injury or if he had something cut that needed to be tended to and he couldn't come back out right away. If not, there's no reason he should have been in there.
If the Wolves went small, that's when I would have been like, okay, I would have accepted that. But the Wolves didn't go small at that point. Like I said, Cat is still in. There was a point where they did go small early in the game, and I understand. Like I think he put Blake in and JJ in for that kind of period because we didn't see Day'Ron for a long time. But I think the Wolves are going small that whole period of time where we didn't see Day'Ron.
Mm-hmm.
But in that fourth, it was Cat. So I was like, you went small at the wrong time. You went small when the Wolves went small early in the game in the fourth quarter. When the Wolves went big, you went small with JJ. So I was like, huh? And then what else I was gonna point out? It's crazy because like the value of Kessler is just, oh my god, it's just risen so high because like there was a point early in the second quarter, Kessler had 3 fouls and he got taken out. I think it was the first or second quarter. We didn't see Kessler till after the half.
Yeah,
and that affected the spacing so much, and it was like it was like a clear, like you were watching the game and you're like, yo, Kessler really has an effect on this team because when he was out, it was bad, bro.
And here's the thing, and sorry, I'll just put it.
Get ready to blow. No, I'm just
And here's the thing. But pause. And here's the thing.
Get ready to blow.
Like, granted, James Harden had a crap game, but in that stint in the second half, you can't. It's like Steve Nash kind of sabotaged him with that lineup. Like, for the solid point in that second half, it was James Harden, Patty Mills, and 3 non-shooters: Bruce Brown, Blake Griffin, and James Johnson.
Yeah.
In that core, the second best shooter outside of James Harden and Patty is literally Blake. You can argue that, and that's not good.
Yeah.
Like, should Harden play better? No, but it's like Steve Nash was doing no favors throughout this game, and I don't know. It was just a lot of factors just went into this bullshit. You can go ahead, Sneak.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, bro, right? I'm sorry, but that first quarter, I really didn't have issues first quarter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I saw the little things like, okay, hey, the refs are selling a little bit. I'm not liking how these refs are calling this game. I started to kind of like look at Harden and be like, yo, bro, stop trying to force what you're not going to get. Try changing your game, right? So I kind of let that first quarter kind of roll like, okay, hey, the Nets are seeing what the refs are giving. The Nets are seeing what the Wolves are doing. We're seeing what works for us. And I kind of figured that second quarter we might adjust, right? Well, no. My first like, I'll just say this in general. The refs this game, like, literally just, I mean, this was one of the worst games that I've seen so far this season of the refs officiating us. I'm not going to put it all on the refs, but this was by far, there were so many momentum killing moments with these refs, and just like on one hand, not giving us a call on our end, but then going down and letting the Wolves like fucking travel, let them do up and downs, let them lean in and hit people. Like, it just was like all through the whole game, just momentum killing bullshit, right? And it was horrible, dude. Like, that I'll just use
double
as a
dribble
point.
too.
Exactly, bro.
He was
like,
right there, and you did.
It was a hard watch because everything was a foul. Like, everything, like it would be like 1 second of basketball, and it'll just be a complete stop. Like, it was a hard one of those games you couldn't watch. It was hard to watch.
I'm not going to break down the game like you did. I'm just going to break down my gripes in general, and the refs were the first one, right? Like, refs.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. The whole game, right in front of your eyes, obvious shit. I kept tweeting the NBA, like, yo, you need to watch this game. This is trash. Like, figure this shit out, bro. Like, come on. Like, so that's that, right? Like, and I don't think you could really say that any other ways other than ultimately the worst rep game against us, to me, in my opinion, so far this season, right? And it even, before I get to Harden, this is where the one part, well, I'll kind of give Harden a little pass, is just that, I mean, dude, at some point when a player just routinely game after game gets smacked in the head, chopped at his arms, like, he's going to become disinterested. He's going to become angry. I was actually happy he got teed up because I feel like he needs to be more vocal, right? But I think once Nash figured that out, real quick, shout out to Jelani, Harden needs to get his head out of the strip club.
Damn, son.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, so I mean, and then, oh shit, Sav, you know, many travels missed. Of course.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
he blatantly traveled.
The rest were really bad this game. The rest were really bad. They were really bad. It's not all on them, but they're really bad. They were really bad.
No, yeah.
No,
but
not
it
at
doesn't
all.
help though. It doesn't help.
It didn't help
No,
us.
it just doesn't.
help,
Yeah,
no.
it adds to the frustration, and like I said, I kind of give Harden a little bit of a pass in the beginning of the first quarter because it was obvious, dude. It obvious what you were going to get from the rooks, from the refs with Harden. But at some point, if you see that happening and you see the refs selling and they're calling a shit game and they're not giving you your fouls and they're giving every little ticky-tack thing to the other team, the other bullshit, why I call bullshit on refs, the Wolves are the 25th or the 27th team in the NBA that gives out the most fucking free throws to another team. So you have one of the worst teams in the NBA that allow other teams to have free throws, and they were playing tonight like they were top 5, like committing 0 fouls, like not doing any turnovers. So that right there is like, just tells you, how does the team go from being the 27th to then the next game being first to then watch their next game are going to give up a shit ton of free throws, right? Like, so that was like, when I heard that and I saw that like stat, it just kind of Like it let me know what kind of game this was. Now Nash, I'm sorry, y'all. Nash, like I was on Spaces before I came on here, and like Jay tried to correct me, and he's like, because my biggest
Wait,
complaint with
Jay was
Nash,
defending Nash.
yeah,
Of course.
he defended him,
I'm
right?
sorry.
It's
No,
hard to
no.
defend him this
No,
game, bro.
yeah.
This is
There's
very, very
no
But
hard
I'll
to
tell
defend
you-
him, bro.
There's
I
no
could
way
break
you can
down
justify
I'll tell
what he
you
did.
why
you could
I
break
was.
down a couple
No, there's
rotations that
no
were
way you can
not
justify
good,
that.
bro.
I'll
Hell
tell
no.
you why I was like why he defended him, right? Because it was like the one time that they actually showed Nash yelling on the screen, like visibly yelling, right? Didn't get a T, but he got one, right? Like he was yelling and he was saying, "Oh no, he does that all the time. They just don't show it." Like there's some agenda. And I'm like, "Nah, bro. Like you got to say if you're Nash, you really got to say some shit to
No.
really get a technical. Like you need to. Like, and tonight was this game where I feel like he should have walked on the court. Get your ass fined, yell, be pissed, like because it was obvious, right? And his second quarter lineup of Bruce Brown, James Johnson, and who is the other? Bruce Brown, James Johnson, and Blake. I don't ever want to see that again. Right? Like,
Yeah,
why
he made
didn't you
some-
go back?
He made
to,
some obvious mistakes. The fourth quarter,
Yeah.
right? He made the clear obvious
That's
mistake
what I
was
was
going
getting
small
to.
in the fourth
Yes.
quarter. But early on, I was like, bro, he does this thing where he sub Kyrie in the last minute of the first quarter, and Kyrie actually plays better with the second unit. Like if you're not going to put shooters around Harden, because he puts in Harden with the second unit with barely any shooters. But if you put Kyrie with that second unit, I feel like Kyrie actually plays better with the second unit. So I feel like you should start off the second quarter with Kyrie and then bring Harden along so they play together like that. Maybe he should, because he's staggering it like it's not good the way he's staggering, bro.
It's just because his inability in that second to go back to Sharp, or play more LaMarcus, and you just wanted to run that whole second with Bruce Brown practically and James Johnson and Blake was just it was atrocious and it killed the momentum, right? Like you bring in Sharp. And Sharp is clearly. Did anybody not see how well he was playing Cat in the beginning of this game?
Apparently,
Cat was 1 for 7 in the
Nash
first
didn't
quarter.
see.
He was
Yeah,
1 for
Steve
6 and
Nash
1 for
did
7.
Did
in the first
anybody
quarter.
not like? Are we just like whoop? Like I don't care about the fouls. Like did anybody? That just went like.
But Cat in the second half went off. But again, that's more to your point because I don't think Dayron.
No,
did he play in the third? Did Dayron play in the
like
third?
a little. He got 20. I will say this: Dayron got 20 minutes today, but it just that's the other issue I have. And shout out, like I'm not mad at like because I said something about Jay and some people were saying some. Me and Jay all love, but like I will push back on with Jay on Nash at times. But
he made an obvious like wide obvious mistakes. Like if you were watching this game, he made really bad mistakes with rotations, bro.
He completely
there's no justification as to why.
There was points where I was like, you put Bruce Brown in with Harden. Like Harden was in that second quarter, he put Harden in the second unit. You put Bruce Brown in. You saw how bad Bruce was playing. He could have injected Cam. You know what I'm saying? Or at least I know Patty Mills was out there, but it's like you understand with Harden, you got to put spacing and shooting around Harden. But he didn't. It was like literally Harden would pass out to JJ, mystery, pass out to Bruce Brown, mystery, pass out to who else was on the court? Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin made like 1 3 and then he missed a couple of shots. But it's like you got to put spacing around Harden. You know what I'm saying? Kyrie is different. You can put those players around Kyrie because Kyrie can score. He can create off the dribble. But Harden, he needs that space. He needs that shooting space to get to the lane. He needs the lane to be clear to get to the lane, and he needs if they sink in, he needs to drive and kick out the shooters. That's what Harden needs. And Nash didn't do that tonight. He didn't. The way he rotated the rotations tonight, he didn't do that, and it was really, really, really obvious. So I was like, how do you defend that? You know what I'm saying?
But that was the other stupid thing where it was just like he kept like, and I've seen him do this. This is like the second game that he did it with Sharp, where it was just like, why are you bringing him in, seeing that he's effective, and then you completely go away from him. And then when you bring him in where it doesn't matter. And then you bring him in, you see a little bit of a change, and then you take him right out. My last bitch on Nash is like, you literally killed that game for us when LA fouled out, right? And then you had Sharp in there. It looked like it was going to be good for a second. And then for whatever reason, Nash wanted to go back to this stupid small ball shit in the second that got us killed. And then you literally killed the game for us single-handedly. And you watched like 5 minutes of James Johnson shit show. I like James Johnson, but he should not be in there for stretches and be fully relied on when you have the guy that's been the most effective. Man had 9 rebounds, 8 points, 21 minutes, 4 for 7, and you're just like, nah, let me go with James Johnson, right? Like let me go with that and just give up all these fouls on a guy that clearly he cannot guard and get mad. And it's like, it was just stupidity. He literally killed the game for us. Like we could have won that fourth quarter because Kyrie was on his shit, right? And like all game, Kyrie was doing what he was supposed to, and it was beautiful to watch. Guy had the most unimportant 30 points of the whole game, unfortunately. Like wasted performance. And Harden, like, listen, dude, Harden. Great game the last game. I was love to see it.
We celebrated. It's crazy. We celebrated Harden last game. We literally had a Harden celebration stream, and now it's like now we got to go back to this again. We got to go back to Harden.
I'm going ghost.
And that's the thing. My thing with James Harden, bro, in this game is that if you're that distraught about how you're being officiated or how that, because I'm trying to look at like why was Harden the way he was this game, right? Like, and the only thing that I can think of is that you got so caught up in your head with these refs that you let it literally ruin your game because he looked lazy on defense, lazy like with the turnovers, lazy with offense, right? Like the only time he would
holding the ball too long.
Holding the ball way too long.
Yeah,
and then I mean there was times where it literally looked like he was just walking.
Yeah.
Like wasn't even, and it just like, come on, bro. Like these are I don't get it. Like that's the part that frustrates me is I don't get it with Harden. It's just like unless there's something outside of like I don't know. I really don't know how you could go from having the game Harden had the other day and then tonight
37 triple-double and then he goes from that to scoring 13
and looking like you don't even care. I mean, he literally looked like he could give 2 shits if he was on that court tonight. It literally looked that way.
This shit, bro. Like I can't even deal with this shit, bro.
Like you know how Harden, real quick, I'll say this and shut up.
Yeah.
You know how Harden yelled at Kyrie the other day and told him
Kyrie should have yelled at him tonight, bro.
Dude,
he should have yelled at him
like
wake up,
fucking head in the game.
Yeah,
dude.
wake up, bro. He should have slapped him, like wake up, bro. Like because this was not good by Harden. This is concerning, bro. Going into our next home stretch, or 2 games back to back at home, Harden by himself. And then we go on that huge road trip where we played some of the best teams in the NBA. So it's like, this is concerning going forward, bro. This is concerning, very concerning. I'm going to read some comments. I'm going to put the poll up. So let me know what you guys think of the vote. Please hit that like button for us. I don't think we're going to be on there too long. Let's see what the comments is saying. Somebody said he should have pulled his beard here. Y'all too much.
Nah, that's great.
Toon Shy, Saint spitting facts. Yes, he is.
Thank you.
Monifa, Nash needs to be a coach. He's too friendly to players. Scream, raise your effing voice.
Shout out where Monifa. Are Harden haters, bro? Because yesterday, the day before, where's
Real Royal? Real Royal, you in here, bro?
Real Royal's go.
Tell me what happened, Real Royal. We need our Harden analysis.
Harden fans is not here. Come on now.
The Harden stands is not here. They're taking a day off.
Well, yeah, like they got mad when I gave him some real beef to Harden, right? The game before, and just said, "Hey, dude, I love the guy, but he's playing like crap." Then he comes and has the 37-point game, and all the Harden stands are in here going, Harden, you all don't deserve Harden. Harden's this.
Yeah,
and
we're ungrateful.
And then tonight, where are all these Harden people? MIA, dude. Ghost.
Yeah. Because I'm looking at the team stats. Like I said, we out rebounding them. So the rebounding wasn't a problem. Turnovers was big. Well, like I said, at halftime, it was even. It was like we had like 6 turnovers or 7 turnovers, and then they had like 6 turnovers. But the second half, the turnovers started piling up. So we ended the game with 19 turnovers, which is bad. Points off turnovers, they were scoring off our turnovers. And then points in the paint, it was barely even. So everything kind of was even down the line, except for the turnovers late. And then the fouls, again, we were fouling. Some of them fouls were fouls. We had some bad fouls. Bruce Brown Kessler, LaMarcus fouled out. Some of them were bad fouls, and some of them were the refs calling shitty calls. So it was a mixture of us fouling and shitty calls. It just combined, and then we just were not good. You know what I'm saying? We just were not good. Let me read some comments though. Make sure you guys hit that like button and vote on our poll. JJ said Aldridge is very one-dimensional, offers nothing else if jumpers are not falling. Okay, so that's another point to think about. 31 fouls. Thank you, Donna. Yes, 31 fouls, man. Yeah, the fouls was crazy, bro. Like I said, that early on, Kessler had like 3 fouls in like the first or second quarter, and then he had to like sit the whole first half, bro. It was bad. Somebody said Harden's a mini Westbrook. Here comes a Harden stand. Harden said, shut up. Kyrie needs to pass and stop being a ball hog. He's holding Harden back. Can't wait till James leaves his trash ass team and fan base.
Oh, this is the guy from yesterday. This guy is delusional.
Let me ask some of y'all. Let me generally ask some of y'all in these comments, because I see a lot of y'all just be typing. Do y'all think when y'all type? Do y'all generally read it back?
Harden better if you go back,
because he's not the only one. There's a lot of people saying crazy shit in the comments that makes no sense and is just stupid, and none of you genuinely think about what you type and ask, okay, is this that? Does this actually make sense?
So just to ask this guy, Harden Better, because clearly he wasn't tonight. So are you
Harden Better?
Are you saying Harden Better is tonight he was bad because of Kyrie? Is that what you're?
He said it's Kyrie's fault. He said it's Kyrie's fault that Harden was bad tonight. That's what he's basically saying.
Yeah. And Real Royal's on and right now Real Royal is on Discord sitting there going, "Oh no, I barely watched the game, so I have nothing to say."
Yeah, he know why he didn't watch the game. Real Royal knew why he didn't watch the game. He knew why. Number one Harden fan wouldn't miss a game in the world if the Nets played on Mars, and Harden was playing.
Yeah,
Real Royal would have missed the game.
Real Royal only shows up when Harden has a good game. Otherwise, just like most stands, will completely disappear.
Yeah. Isaac said Harden sus boys fed up. Yusuf said Harden got beaten. That's why he was bad. Tiamat said we haven't gotten foul calls all season. Yeah, that's a good point, Tiamat. This ref situation is bad. Like I said, this rule change has really affected not even just Harden though. I feel like because the Nets are, like I said, I don't know if we're the villains of the NBA, but people don't like us. Obviously, they don't like us. We have 3 superstars. They don't like us. So I feel like that plus again the rule change, it has affected us. Like Kyrie hasn't gotten some calls, KD's and Harden especially. Harden hasn't gotten calls all season, bro. So somebody said Royal watches the game when Harden.
Okay. He's on. Real Royal is on Discord right now saying, "Oh, I really didn't watch the game, so I don't really know."
Bro, he's lying, bro. Yeah. He got 6 Harden posters in his room telling about he didn't watch the game.
Bro got a Harden fat head in his room.
Yeah, he got a Harden
like the fat head's a big post. He got the.
He got a James Harden blanket. He got a James Harden blanket. He's not. Come on, bro. You know you watched the game. Blanket, Jelani said, "Shout out Jelani. Thank you for super chat." He said the refs let Cat and Nas Reed walk to effing China and Japan respectively. Prince double dribbled and Nash mad with his team for sleeping with his y'all gotta y'all go with Nash crazy as y'all should though, because like I said, Nash deserves some criticism, bro. Like I'm not gonna defend Nash on here, bro. I saw a lot of mistakes, a lot of rotation mistakes, clear obvious mistakes, bro. Like clear obvious. And like I said, he panicked in the fourth when he went small against Cat. Even the people who were announcing the game were like, "Oh, Nash went small and it's not working. It looks like he subbed." Like they even knew it was not, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he made a mistake and then he went back to Dayron. But by the time he went back to Dayron, we were down 12, 14 or whatever. So it was over.
Hold on, okay. So Harden Better. If Kyrie was holding Harden back, was Harden holding Kyrie back when we in the Wizards game? Because Harden
talk about it
in the Wizards game. So was he holding Kyrie back to your logic?
Talk about it.
Because it's like y'all just be saying clown stuff and like y'all read what y'all say. That's why
they just type anything, bro.
Y'all just type anything.
They just type anything, say anything. They just type anything, bro. Like they don't even watch the game. They just come in here like, and just type anything. Somebody said Harden and Nash is why we lost. Okay, let me check the polls. So the polls I put up. What's the reason we lost?
All three of them.
Oh, wow!
three of
This
them.
is this is the closest poll we've ever had. Actually, it's really close between Nash coaching and it's like a mix. Okay, Nash's coaching is at 38. Harden was bad is at 28, and then the refs and the team didn't help Kyrie is at 34. So Nash coaching is barely in the lead right now. So
See, and this is another dumb. Like I would, like, what are you guys thinking? Yeah, Harden. Like, here, I'm gonna pretend. I'm gonna come on camera just to act this out and be like, yeah.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
Harden's chilling because he knew he was gonna go to the Lakers and Warriors. Fuck yeah, that shit's dope. Here,
yo, the way you looked at the.
That was disgusting.
Yo, I'm crying, bro.
That's what the only way that I can think that somebody they look that way when they type that, like, yeah, that's yeah.
Yo, the way he looked at the phone is exactly how this guy, whoever his name is, Arnesh, was typing it. He's looking at the stream right now. He's on the stream like, yeah.
Fuck yeah, watch this shit. Oh, this shit's gonna be good. That's what I think some of these people like. Do they stop and be like, yo, I don't wear glasses here, but that was so distinguished.
This is hilarious, bro. Yeah. This is hilarious. This is funny.
Here in 2022, people do not reread people don't look back at what they write and say, yeah, no, this is great. No,
this is bad. This is bad. If you're joining us right now, we just lost to the Wolves, 136-125. Kyrie was good tonight. 30 points, 5 assists, 6 rebounds, 11 for 20, 3 for 8 from 3, and he's perfect from the foul line. And then James Harden, 13 points, 4 for 13. He only took 13 shots. Wow. 1 for 4 from 3, and then he had 13 assists.
Shout out to Cypher. Nets assistant got fined for interfering with play. Ref did the same thing. So do we? So you better.
Oh yeah, when it hit it, it went off his. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah. That was crazy. But I heard I think the NBA rules is basically like if it hits off the ref, it's like still in play.
He didn't even try to move either. It was like he was a soccer player going like chest bumping the ball to like.
Yeah, here's one thing. That has to be some sort of a call. That, like, if it's blatantly going out of bounds and he's in the way, that should still be our ball. Like, there should be some rule for that, no? Because there's no way anybody could have saved it.
I think the NBA rule is like the ref counts as inbounds. There's a rule. There's a rule based on if it hits the ref. I think I gotta read it in the NBA rule book, but it's like it counts as like it's in for if it hits the ref or something like that. Even if the ref is out of bounds, I think it's like it's weird. I gotta look it up. Thank you for the super chat, Jelani. Oh, Jelani's going crazy. The ref's mind wasn't working. Harden was in a strip club. Bruce Brown doesn't have one. Nash's mind was on who was being with why. Hashtag I'm laying the heat. Nah, Jelani, you going crazy. Yo, Jelani, shout out to Jelani tonight, bro. Jelani is
he breaking the bank on this one.
He's pissed off.
He's breaking the bank.
Somebody said shout out Raheem. Yeah, let's get that like button up. Blake was playing good, then he DMP'd Blake. Oh, yeah, that's a good question. Why did he DMP Blake? He DMP'd Blake, what was it, third quarter or fourth quarter? I think it was third and fourth. I didn't really see much of Blake.
Nash was looking like when they showed JJ out there towards the end.
Oh, when LaMarcus fouled, you think it should have been Blake? It should have been Blake instead of
but I'm just
JJ?
saying, like, Nash apparently must saw something we all did not see tonight because he clearly thought JJ played better than Blake and Sharp and everybody. Like, he just, like, there was one point when the JJ shit show was going on and they panned to Nash and Nash is like sitting on the bench, like
just doing nothing. And he does nothing.
Like going, like, how about call a fucking timeout? How about a sub? How about like, oh my God, dude. It's like these Harden stands with their tweets. Like their wavelengths and what they think is happening tonight. Yeah. Like there's probably people that love Harden so much and look at the game tonight and don't even think that he had a bad game, but they are like look for the excuses or like, yeah, he wasn't so bad.
Nah, like you got to even if you didn't watch the game and you looked at the stat line, you know Harden was not good.
Tonight was the JJ shit show. That's exactly
Even if you didn't watch the game, you look at the stats, it's like Harden is not good. Thank you, Jelani. You're all good, bro. You're my guy, bro. You good, Jelani.
Jelani, I don't know if you've been have you been drinking tonight? Because I mean,
You might need to drink tonight, bro.
We love
You letting it rain.
the super chats coming in. You're making it rain. I like responsible drinking. I don't want you to angrily be drunk spending money. So I'm just making sure.
I understand
bro.
if
I understand
drinking,
if
bro.
you are.
Yeah, shoot, I need to drink after this game, bro. This is bad. Shout out to Cypher. He said Daron had 8 points and 9 rebounds. Yeah, Daron was good tonight. Daron was good. Besides the little fouls here and there, everything else was perfect. You know what I'm saying? Everything else, I liked what I saw from Daron tonight.
Surprised he only had 2 fouls.
Yeah, I thought he had more than that, but he has
yeah.
too. Yeah, I think, like I said, like Saint said, I think he only played 15, 20 minutes. Because Kessler got those, and Kessler getting a foul trouble hurt us too tonight. Kessler getting those 3 fouls early on, then we didn't see him for like the first half, and then Daron caught a foul, or I think that first half he caught a foul, and then like Nash subbed him out, put LaMarcus in, and I didn't see Daron until like the last, maybe like the third quarter. I don't even know if he played in the third quarter. That's how bad.
I
Like
think he played a few minutes in the third, which is what helped keep us us close, right? It was working, and then he pulled him out.
And he pulled him out for a minute, and I remember the fourth quarter.
Pulled him out for a while, and then didn't bring him back till LaMarcus
5 minutes in the
fouled out
fourth.
about like no, but I think
4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was
4 or 5 minutes.
No, it was like 5:34. I remember.
Oh, 5:34. Okay.
Yeah, it was like 5:34, and we were actually single digits at that moment. And that's when he brought him in. And then I think one play went by, or 2 plays, where he grabbed like a rebound, and it actually looked like it, or like, okay, hey, we might have a chance. And then he just quickly pulled him out for no reason. And that's when he put in the JJ shit show. And then
the JJ.
It literally was like, listen, I love JJ, but I don't love JJ for what he was trying to do tonight.
Give him too many minutes tonight, bro. And there was a point where I'm like, he didn't use Cam Thomas right at all this game too, because Cam's first possession when he got in was actually what I like. Cam actually, I think Cam went in with Kyrie his first when Cam came off the bench tonight.
Yeah, he was with Kyrie.
Yeah, and he got to his mid-range spot early on, but then like I said, Nash didn't really give him his minutes. He didn't really use him right.
And
he didn't even put him in. He didn't even put him in with Harden, because usually like Harden needs, how Harden needs shooting and spacing.
Yeah.
Cam Thomas wasn't even in with Harden. Harden was surrounded with like Bruce Brown, Bembry, JJ, Blake. Like you didn't even put Cam with Harden.
Like, listen, no, shout out to Ridwana Ahmed. Appreciate you dropping the super chat. But Elijah Hubble, like, listen, yes, I love Daron. I love Day, dude, because I see he gives us what we've been screaming.
He's a Day stand.
Oh, hell yeah. Like, listen, I'm just short of it, but he's a net, so it's okay, right? But he has given us what we've been screaming for the last 2 seasons. Somebody that can rebound, somebody who has a semi-decent game inside that can score, and he has other things that he can do. He can pass. He has good court awareness. He's making stupid rookie decisions, yes, but if you're blind, if not saying you, but like if you didn't see what Daron Sharp did every time he came into this game tonight, you're blind as fuck, right? Like he literally shut down Cat, like grabbed rebounds over Cat, like he literally kept the momentum, like because every time he went small ball, we got our asses handed to us. And it was like, and it didn't work. And he was the only person that really kind of kept us, like when you took out the small ball and went with a big, it changed the complexion of the game. Not saying it's all him and he's the reason we would have won, but it arguably was a better, like, what's the word? An offensive game plan against these guys tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Daron, like I said, with Daron and Kessler, is like, it's hard to like come at them because, like I said, they're rookies at the end of the day. Like, what you only can expect so much. You know what I'm saying? When they make these mistakes, you just gotta accept it as, like I said, these guys are rookies. Imagine coming out of college, right? And you're in an NBA, you're thrust into this starting a championship contending team, thrust into the NBA, your first year in the NBA. Like, it's hard to come at those guys, bro. They're gonna make their rookie mistake. They're gonna make mistakes. It's just that they've been playing over this stretch of games. They've been playing so well for us, Kessler and Daron. So it's like, I can't even, like, even if Daron made mistakes tonight, I'm not even gonna harp on it. I'm not gonna harp on it because, like I said, they're rookies. So it's like we gotta come at the star. The stars are supposed to show up for us. You know what I'm saying? Kyrie, Harden. Well, Kyrie showed up tonight, but Harden, like I said, Harden. This is why it's concerning, because we celebrated Harden. Literally last game, we had a Harden celebration stream. yes, Harden, he's doing his thing, and then like now it's just
He gives us
it's like back to what
Like,
on the beginning of the season. It's like, bro, come on.
I'm interested to see what his after game like. I'm curious to what his after the game interview is going to be like.
Yeah,
If he gives us something, because it just
he said he struggled the game before the triple double game. He was like, yeah, I had a bad game, and then this game it was just like, I don't know, bro. Like I said, how many turnovers he had? Six turnovers.
5 or 6, yeah.
Yeah, 6 turnovers. Oh man. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you're joining us. We are reacting to our loss against the Timberwolves. Yes, I think this is the highest score. Oh my god, 100 points in 3 quarters. We deserve to lose, bro. 100 points in 3 quarters is OD. That's OD. To let up 100 in 3 quarters. So we deserve to. And the crazy part is we deserve to lose this game. And then literally in the fourth, Kyrie almost brought it back. Like it was still like a close game at the end. Like I'm like maybe like till the 6-7 minute mark, it was like 7 or 10, and then it just went. After that, it was out of here. But
and then Torian Prince double dribble. James Harden coming in.
Yo, why Torian Prince went crazy tonight, bro? Like I feel like he was shooting. What did he shoot tonight? Why he didn't shoot like this when he played for us, bro? When he played for us, he didn't shoot like this. He was 2 for 2 from 3. Like he wasn't making no threes when he was on the Nets, bro. I remember every game, bro.
I hate Torian Prince with a passion because Kenny Atkinson gave him the green light as if he's our best shooter when he clearly wasn't, and he did not take good shots at all. He was a breaker.
Bro, he would take the worst shots, bro, and then he wouldn't make any threes. Like, and now tonight, every time he plays the Nets, he makes threes. Now it's like. And then watch next game, he'll probably go 0 for 4 or something like that. But
hey, can I say something that might be too spicy? Well, before we got on the stream, AJ asked me something: is Kyrie better than Harden? Right? Isn't that what you asked me? And I said yes, he is. Harden gives you other stuff that Kyrie. I think Harden does do some other stuff that Kyrie can't. But you can't deny, like at this current stage of the game, like when it comes to scoring, there's hands down.
Kyrie's better than Harden.
Is way better than Harden.
No, because I tell Saint that because like every time like you hear like one of these sports analysts and everybody on Fox Sports, Harden, the second best player on the Nets. So they like labeled Harden automatically. They've already put Kyrie at the third. Like people just put them at the third because everybody when they talk about the Nets, it's like KD is still number 1, and then Harden, the second best player. So I was like, do you think is Kyrie better than Harden? That's why I say that.
Oh hell yes, yes. Right now, this is Cypher. Kyrie is officially better than this version of Harden. That is the exact correct response.
That's tough.
I'm sorry, bro. It's true.
That's tough. Damn.
Right
Chat,
now,
how you feeling,
last year will be a different story, but this year it's not even up for debate. Yeah.
Damn. So y'all think Kyrie's the second best player on the team? That's what y'all saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That's how it is.
Right now, it's KD, Kyrie, and Harden. And this is the question I have for Harden stans or people that like just can't believe that somebody says anything negative about Harden. Do you shout out to Jelani? Say, promise I'm not drunk. Just give me 3 seconds with Nash and the refs, and I want a damn fade. Eric Adams, I want to fade with you. Shout out to
Eric Adams. Yeah, I want to knock Eric. Yeah,
shout
Eric
out
Adams.
to you, Jelani. Appreciate you.
Shout out Jelani, bro.
Hey, whoever does drop money in, like we're not like some of these other TV shows like Ticket TV or the other where it's like literally every other comment they're posting like donate. We don't ever ask, so we appreciate if you donate to this channel. We seriously appreciate it because we do put a lot of time and work into this and trying to like create something that people enjoy to listen to. So if you take your time to drop your hard-earned money in here, we appreciate it because we're not out here trying to get your money, you know.
Yeah,
so
that's love. Like I said, I didn't start this channel for money. I started it because, like I said, just all genuine love for the Nets. So again, appreciate everybody at Super Chest.
Yeah. No, I mean, but dude, what I was saying to finish it, I mean, it's just like, listen, Kyrie at this current state of the mind, like if Kyrie could play home games, oh my God, right? Like that's my only knock with Kyrie is like no home games. It hurts, right? Because now we're going to go home and we're going to get 2 games back to back with just Harden and the rest of the team that's already done, right? No Harris, no KD, no Kyrie, right? And it's going to be sad to watch Harden it's going to be sad to watch Harden out there all by himself trying to like carry this thing. And I'm going to be straight up, and I'm going to say this right now. I am not going to slander Harden at all if we lose 2 of those games, right? Like,
Yeah.
You talking about the home
because-
games, Lakers,
two
Lakers,
home
and
games, right, yeah, because
and,
as much as
Nuggets.
as much as I get frustrated with Harden of his inconsistent play this year, I mean, the dude has laid it out there for us constantly, right? Like last year, I'll never judge the dude's character of going out on a grade 2 hamstring in the playoffs and like and just trying to help us win, right? Like that shows you the character of this guy, and you want more people to be like that, right? Like, so when I get cranky at Harden, it's just the inconsistency. But coming up these 2 games, bro, back-to-back doubles, AD's probably coming back on against us,
Tuesday.
right? And if
this is
we
the game
lose
where
that-
you're supposed to play Harden. This is the game where you're supposed to win, not I said. This is the game where you can criticize Harden because, like I said, you got Kyrie by your side. You're playing against the Wolves. It's an opportunity for you to get a win, get this win, and then we can lose at home. But now you get this win. Get this loss, and now we're gonna have to
and then we're gonna have to listen to dumbass Laker fans that are gonna act like they just beat a full squad of Nets, right? Like you know they're gonna come in there and act.
Well, here Lakers they can't talk because they got destroyed,
beat by us. Of course,
no, the Heat today. The Heat today got.
Oh yeah, they got punched by the Heat
tonight. They got that work from that Heat tonight. So I don't even.
United. I right now, since we're doing the stream, I can't hear it. If you could kind of preface or maybe put something in quotes or just give a generalization of like what he said.
He's telling you to listen, and you're literally on. He's like, Saint, listen to Harden's interview. But it's like you're on.
I can't at the moment. Like I could go off mic, go off camera, and report back to you. But I mean,
shout out, ILR, bro. Appreciate you. Marcus Messiah said, if you know basketball, you already know Vogel is going to double team Harden at half court. Yeah, it's obvious. I mean, if you better double team him. He's going to be the only one out there. You know what I'm saying? You better double team him.
Yeah. And you know damn well with Steve Nash, he's gonna start Bruce and Beverly in the same lineup. You know what time it is with Steve Nash. That's what he's gonna do. That's what
my starting lineup for the Lakers. I'm starting Patty, Cass, Harden. I might put Dayron in there because he need a rolling big. I want another whoever we have another. I'm thinking about that's all the shooters we have is Patty and Cass. Who else? Who would you guys start against the Lakers?
Oh, shit.
Harden, Patty, Cass, Dayron. There's one more.
I mean, who do we have left? JJ, Bruce Brown, Bembry. I would start Bembry.
I might fuck around and start Cam, bro.
I was counting on my finger, and I got to Bembry, and I was like,
Cam, but I'm like, we need Cam for the bench, though. That's
I was counting. I was counting on my fingers, and then I got to Bembry, and I'm like, Bembry. Like Bembry. Yeah, I would start Bembry, dude. I don't know why. Like, I get you, he's trying to work him back, but I need to see less Bruce Brown, more Bembry.
Yeah. No, honestly, Bruce Brown has to go. Like, he needs to go. We were all hyped of his game like last, but no, he needs to go.
He played decent last game, and tonight it was terrible. It was terrible.
Shout out to Sarah Kustok. I think she said Nets can't catch a break tonight from these reps, and then I think she said you got to be shitting me.
Yeah, it was bad. The rest was bad, bro. Let me read what the poll says. A poll, very very close poll tonight. So what's the reason we lost? So it's Nash's coaching is still leading, 36%, and then second place is Harden was bad. And then close third. It's tied now. Harden was bad, and refs and team didn't help Kyrie. So those are the 2 other reasons, and those are tied for second. This is the closest poll we've ever had, yo. I'm not gonna lie. This poll is like really, really close. People are like, which one? Somebody said Doodoo Brown needs to bounce. Damn, Doodoo Brown.
No, I ain't lying, dude. I'm okay with Doodoo Brown, man.
Doodoo Brown, y'all done with Doodoo Brown?
I'm done with it. I'm done with it.
Because you see, the whole thing with Bruce Brown, if we were able to get a version of Bruce Brown that was better at him at everything else and was better at what he does, he's basically useless. Bembry came in and virtually made him basically useless for this roster. He's done. And on top of that, Duke, we can literally train him to do the same thing and be better.
DDJ, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
At least DDJ is like gives you a little bit of offense at times. Like
and he
DDJ
can
is,
play make. He can
and he
run
can,
the play.
he can play make too. Yeah, and his defense
So it's
too.
like,
So
so it's just
DD,
like, why are you here? Like,
yeah. Shout out to DDJ too. He had a good game against the in the
Oh
G
yeah,
League.
let's talk about real quick. If they make a Kessler Edwards guaranteed right after moving, after they move Paul Millsap, right? Like say they guarantee him, that opens up a two-way, right?
right.
I am advocating for this Craig Randall cat, dude, because he had another baller game tonight for them, bro. Like he might just be a nice scoring touch we read right now. Like Jay and I were talking on Twitter about it, and he said we were going back and forth between Zagorowski and this Craig Randall. If you in Nets Nation, if you guys have not looked into this Craig Randall cat that's playing for the Long Island Nets, this kid is balling out, dude. And he's been doing it all around. It's not just scoring. Like tonight,
He'd be playmaking too.
For the ninth time in 10 games, Craig Randall dropped 20 plus points. He finished tonight with 22, 6 assists. But he's been having like he was like a walk-on tryout. Like I know the dude's got history.
That's crazy too.
He is just, and I watched a little bit of it. Like the kid knows how to play. Like some people are saying, well, they haven't officially said that Thon Maker signed with the G League yet. They haven't made an official thing, but I'm not necessarily. I don't think because I'm still on the feeling that I doubt they're going to trade Claxton. I don't think they will unless something gets presented.
I didn't look too deeply into that Thon Maker. To me, the Thon Maker move was just a good G League move. Like this is a G League. It's just the better. He's an NBA player that went down to the G League. Like,
and think about this.
It's a G League. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think he should come up. And
he's not coming.
If the scouts can work on him, and he can contribute some way in the future for the team, say next season, great. Yeah. But
I want him on the G League team. Like I want to develop him. I want him on the Long Island Nets, but like I don't want. Like, I don't see him being moved up.
I think we need I think we need a scorer right now more than anything, especially with the fact that we're talking almost the end of February till Harden. I mean till Harrison. And that's the other thing we got to talk about. Nash admits it today that there's been more setbacks with Harris. Like they said, he'll come out, he'll do good, he'll shooting. There'll be some discomfort.
Oh yeah.
So it's like,
I got the clip.
So we got another. You got to play that. Yeah, play that. Yeah. Like so, I arguably think we need another scorer, especially when we go home. Like, so I'm advocating for a scorer with that two-way if Kessler happens to get guaranteed.
Yeah, and then this game really just kind of proved to me like how much Kessler's value is like. He's needed. He needs to be guaranteed, bro.
Oh, he does.
Like I said, you could see when he got those early fouls. You can see how much the spacing was just changed.
And of all the games he's played, we've never complained about him getting fouls like Dayron has.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the dude is not even though he's still a rookie, he's not a foul machine. So
yeah. I want to read this comment by here we go. He said starting Patty is sabotaging to the bench, especially if you're not going to give Cam more than 25 minutes. Bembry should start Kai Beard, Patty, 3 bad defenders with Kess and Dayron rookies. I actually agree with this, except for like when it's Harden and Kyrie, I think Patty shouldn't start. I think Patty should come off the bench. Yeah. But when it's just Harden, like Lakers game, Patty's gonna have to go. Patty's gonna have to start, bro. Yeah. But this game, when you have Harden and Kyrie,
that will be
you don't need to add another. You don't need to add as much spacing as you need.
Because if you just start Harden and no Patty when we go home. That is the easiest thing to defend.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, Patty has to be in there when we're at home.
Like, with Kyrie, when Kyrie and Harden in the lineup and there's no KD, like I said, it should be Kessler, Dayron, and then that missing 3 or 4 spot, it should be a defensive guy. It should be Bembry or something like that. Because, like I said, they already have the shooting with Kess. You got they're supposed to be 2 superstar scorers in Kyrie and Harden. And then, and you just got Dayron, you're rolling big and rebounding big. Yeah. So, but other than that, when Patty, like I said, Patty came to this team, he came to this team. His role was to come off the bench and drop threes. That was his role. His role wasn't never to be the starting shooting guard, play all these minutes. He was supposed to come off the bench and hit threes. That's what his role when he got here was supposed to be. But
I got a little tidbit. Steve Nash was asked whether he thinks James Harden is getting the same benefit of the whistle this year, and his answer is no. There are some nights where he's being targeted. Well, if you feel that way, Nash, you should definitely have been teed up by now.
Yeah,
he's not that type of coach, bro. He's not that type of coach.
But right now, you need to be.
Yeah.
You need to be.
That. He needs to be, but he's just not that like kind of coach that would do that. He doesn't get like, you know how Nash is. But let me read some comments and then we'll talk about the Joe Harris thing. I'll play the Joe Harris clip. Someone said, "How come Nash is not playing LA and Sharp together?" No, we don't want that.
No, we don't.
I don't think we should.
The only time you could try Sharp and Clax, you could try LA and Clax, but not Dayron or
not LA and not Lamarcus and Dayron. No, that's not a good. I don't think that's a good. How about Javon Carter?
Harden reminded me of last night,
oh.
And I'm gonna fuck his Naganu. Last night, like Sharp and Naganu.
Oh.
If you watch the fight, like that was literally how they like Naganu walked into the ring, looked like he was gonna fall asleep, and then yeah, Harden and Naganu had the same performances.
He couldn't have gone to a strip club. What strip clubs are in Minnesota?
I don't know, bro.
Yeah, everybody uses Harden as a strip club. Like, there's a strip club. If you're from Minnesota, let us know. There's strip club. Is a strip club popping in Minnesota? If you're from Minnesota, in the chat.
Dude, he was checked out at one point in this game. He checked out and never checked back in. He may have been out there body, but his mind
wasn't in it.
Okay, so I gotta mention this because Louis Shia says, please mention a trade for Simmons for Harden. They are both max contracts.
Please mention a trade, huh?
Well, there's people that are there's always part of that Nets Nation that is advocating for us to trade Harden now.
Oh,
and then and then you saw it earlier. There's parts of people that are like, Harden's leaving this team. We don't deserve him. He's going to go somewhere else. Like, and then the other one I heard today was Harden's really mad at Kyrie. He's just being nice. Like Harden can't deal with Kyrie. You know, Kyrie's ruining Harden's chance. Like, there's all kinds of dumbass narratives out there.
Right. But let's coming trade deadline. Do you trade Harden for Ben Simmons? Let's entertain it. Trade deadline.
Only if I knew Harden was leaving at the end of the year.
No, I'm not trading Harden.
If he was leaving at the end of the year and you could know that, then yeah, you might as well fucking get it.
If Harden told, if Harden said, "Yo, I'm not coming back," that'd be different. But I don't think he'll say that though.
No.
If he said, "Yo, I'm not coming back," then I would do it. But if right now, I'm not trading him. No.
Yeah, Ben Simmons is not the better passer than Harden. I don't know what you're on about, but
he's not. He's not.
Yeah.
Ben's a great passer though. He's a great passer.
You're high.
He's high.
Hey, your boy. Let me ask this going around. Did Harden look checked out tonight? Chubbs, AJ, yes or no?
Yes.
Oh, checked out. Yeah, wait. He's asking if he was checked out.
I can, but he's like, as a Harden guy, I can. But what are you saying about Harden checking out?
We're talking about this. This is what Harden did tonight.
I'm going ghost.
Let me ask chat. Did Harden look checked out tonight? Did you not Harden stands? Harden stands. Don't say it. But did Harden look checked out tonight? Like
checked
I'm not saying
means,
something that is.
Yeah, that's not crazy. He
yeah, and then see Ahmed. Where are your sources for this? By the way,
he said Harden will not sign with the Nets.
Where are your sources? I'd love to hear your sources, or is just this your ingenious own thought? Like, is this one of these again? Oh yeah.
Okay. Let me put
Harden is not signing with the Nets.
I would say. Yes! So let me ask y'all this, right? Because it's like, I think just y'all are saying this because it's in the moment and Ben looks way better than Harden right now. But do y'all see how Ben is treating the Sixers?
And then Ahmed just comes back. Well, I will take better Harden.
Arguably, Ben Simmons could literally be. Sorry to cut you off, but Ben Simmons could possibly be a worse distraction than Kyrie. Like, logically, look at it. Ben Simmons, when he finally didn't get his way, did a hissy fit and just didn't show up to practice.
And he's already come out and said he's willing to not play this whole season if he doesn't get traded.
Yeah,
Jelani, I can't believe he asked if he looked checked out. His head was in the damn strip club back in San Antonio.
Yeah, not good for Harden, bro.
he damn near
Not
packed
good.
his bags. He was so checked out.
Let me transition. Well, let me read the poll and then
Jay,
we'll transition.
just to be real quick, Almac, Jay, what Jay said was, because people are misquoting Jay on this, unless you heard him say something different. Jay said that there was this being floated, the idea of like them making a run at them, and he said if that were true, and he said if it got to the point where Harden didn't want to be here, that he would accept the trade because you want to get something for nothing.
Yeah.
At least the last time I talked to Jay about this, he didn't say
He didn't say
he
if I
sign.
burned him like
said,
Harden's not signing. He didn't say that. He said there were legs.
You know.
He said there were talks of him leaving. That
Yeah.
there was talks of him leaving. Yes,
Yeah.
that's what he said. He didn't say Harden's not coming back. He just said there are talks of him leaving. Well, not going to the Sixers. There's talks of it. Let me read the poll right now. So again, the poll is so tied, but Nash's coaching is in the lead right now. Harden was bad, and refs and team didn't help Kyrie in second place. Now with Joe Harris, Steve Nash in the pregame, Steve Nash made a comment about Joe Harris's setback, which we kind of like a couple of streams ago, like me and Singh kind of alluded to. There was a setback, and then like the team came out and didn't really they didn't say it was a setback. They just said like, oh, Joe's a little slow on his conditioning. But it's funny how the Nets always try to hide stuff from us when it comes to injuries. You know what I'm saying? They hide stuff from us when it comes to injuries, and then we later find out it's worse than what they're saying. So early on we thought Joe was gonna be back sooner, but then Steve before the game, let me play the clip right now. Steve Nash before the game talked about Joe Harris.
Christian.
Hey, Coach. I know you spoke about Joe earlier today, just kind of following up on that. Just, I guess, like, what is he able to do now? And I don't know if you guys have a timeline on when he's going to be back, but I guess what do you think has contributed to him being out for so much longer than you anticipated?
Yeah, he's had some flare-ups. I'm reluctant to talk about it because I'm not a doctor, so I don't want to say the wrong thing, but he's definitely had some flare-ups, a little setbacks here and there, but continuing to stay positive and work at his rehab and try to overcome it.
Yeah, so
not a surprise to me.
How you guys feeling about Joe Harris with the flare-ups and irritation with his ankle surgery?
Listen, yeah, it's not a surprise either. I mean, listen, anytime you have surgery and you're...
Well, you should have told us this from the jump, though, bro. They should have told us this from the jump.
Maybe,
But trying to hide it.
I don't.
Like, what's the point of hiding it? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I don't think they were hiding it. I mean, I look at it this way. Because he said it. He started shooting, and then we started having flare-ups. So I think he was on track until he started activities. That's the way I take it, right? Like, I mean, because let's be honest, like when you have surgery on your ankle, your knee, like it happens. I'm not a professional athlete, but when I was trying to get back to the point where I could start running and I could do workout, the same shit happens, bro. I mean, it's normal. Not everybody's surgery is 100%. I don't think it's anything overtly to be like scared about, but it's like it's very common to have surgery. And then if you're trying to get, because they even ask you, when I had my ACL, doctor's like, well, do you plan on being active and trying to exercise, or do you plan on just being late? Like basically said, do you plan on being like lazy and a fat ass your whole life, or do you want to have keep having an active life? And said, well, I'd like to keep having an active life. I'd be able to run. And he's like, well, okay. He's like, so then we're going to have to take this process slow. He's like, because you're going to gain some strength and then you're going to have setbacks. So I don't take this as anything like to hopefully worry about, right? Like they didn't allude to what it was. Like maybe it's just he starts shooting. And
unless the flare-ups were recent. Yeah, like I said, maybe unless I don't know. He wasn't really clear on it. But
there's a difference between like a flare-up and swelling and a little, because I also alluded to a little pain, then they're actually being like something structural. Then you have to worry about that, because then that would require going back in and potentially cleaning up. That's what I'm hoping we don't hear. I'm just hoping it's general, like working back from an injury. And it's that kind of thing, because if they have to go, oh, hey, well, it's not going away, and they do another MRI and they're like, oh, well, we found a little piece of bone floating around, right? Like that's common. You have a surgery and then
He has to get another.
Yeah, shout out to
sometimes they do that. I think that's what
Yeah.
happened to Zion. Remember when Zion
Shout
got
out-
surgery on his foot?
Yep.
They
It
happened the same
happens all the
thing.
time,
Zion
especially
got
big men,
flare-ups.
but
Yeah, Zion had a flare-ups, irritation, and then he's
shout
still
out to
not
Brian
playing.
Noble. Yeah, he's still not. Yeah, and shout out to Brian Noble. Surgery involving knees and ankles are always potentially more complicated. Facts. No, I will agree with that right away.
Oh, we lost Saint.
We lost Saint.
Peter, thank you, Peter, for a super chat. He said, "Love the analysis, enthusiasm when we win, and the recommendations after a loss. Also, like the humor with the Photoshop. Appreciate you, Peter, man. Thank you for a super chat, bro." It's on Twitter. Kyrie's wife. Yes, I just seen that. Kyrie's wife FaceTimed him. Yeah, and he was like, "Yeah, chill, babe. I'm in the conference. I'm in the meeting." He had to answer it though because he didn't know like.
Yeah, that could have something.
He had to answer it though because he didn't know what's wrong with the like I said, it's your wife, you know, something. He has a new son, so he has to answer it. Gotta answer it. Someone said we gave up Karras, Levert, Allen, and what a wait. Oh, chill. Y'all want in the comments already.
Oh my god. You're acting like you didn't co-sign the trade when it happened years ago.
Don't do that. We're not regretting the Harden trade. Don't regret the Harden trade.
Y'all are making takes in the moment. You're acting like you wouldn't take that trade last year.
Yeah.
Like, come on now. Stop.
You gotta make that trade. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hopefully just back for All-Star break. So far, excuses for Harden. Minutes too high. Refs going against him. Team not spacing enough for him. Lingering hamstring. I sense a pattern. It's not like I said, we're not making no excuses for Harden. I guess that's what the Harden stands are making.
Yeah.
But those, like I said, the factors, the refs thing is we knew, like, come on, the refs were terrible this game, right?
Yeah,
the refs were terrible. Harden wasn't getting foul calls. But that doesn't mean you still can't play effective. You still can't score. You know what I'm saying? You still can't be an impact to your team. You know what I'm saying? Because Kyrie, I know Kyrie, everybody says Kyrie is a great scorer, but he was in the same game too with these refs. And he didn't back down or he didn't stop playing. He didn't stop, you know. So it's like with Harden, it's just like he's got to find a more versatile way to score. You know, he's got to be able to
the mid-range.
We saw 4 mid-ranges last game, and now it's only 1. I think we saw 1 tonight. So it's like you got to find another way to score. Like I said, the floater, the key why the floater, I wanted Harden to use the floater so much is because when he uses that floater, it's not refs don't even you don't have to look at the refs when you do a floater, bro. The floater, you get to the rim and you do your floater. Like I said, that shot should be automatic for you, Harden. That shot should be automatic for you. You don't need a foul call for a floater, bro. But I know when you get to the rim, you need a foul call. But for that floater, you don't need a foul call, bro.
No. He needs to adjust. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
Like you can't, especially as he gets older, like how he plays is going to get worse. Perfect example. Like obviously he's not in the same tier as him, but look at Westbrook. He hasn't adjusted at all. And as he's going to get older, he's going to look worse. Like this is the first time we saw his athleticism taking a step back. So it's just all the things he does, he can't do it to his best ability. And it's like Harden, he has a more likely to adjust because we see him doing it. But he just like Kyrie should have said, "Yo, take more mid ranges. Look at me."
Yeah. He said, "Look at me." And Kyrie was going off in the mid range too.
And here's the crazy part: like Kyrie's first year here, he never took mid ranges like that. That was the craziest thing. It was kind of similar to Harden. He always take the long threes that were kind of inefficient and the tough layups for like 3 people around him, and he kind of ended up injured that way. But the second year he came back, it's like, you know, let me live in the mid range, get that floater going, and it's like we've seen his most productive year. And it's like it's time Harden adjust, and we see that.
Yeah, because like I said, great players adjust to the refs. You know what I'm saying? Great players, you see the refs are calling it tight, you gotta adjust. You know what I'm saying? Kyrie adjusted. You'll see players, like I said, players adjusting with the refs. So it's like you gotta be able to, as a superstar, you gotta be able to adjust to the ref calling. And
Yo, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and I know like the refs like we're not good this game, but again, like as for Harden, you gotta adjust, bro. You gotta find another way to score, find another way to impact the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
if he gets a good midi, if they can make good plays to get him pinned down mid ranges like they do with KD, we'll be in way better positions.
yeah.
Like, yeah,
But that's also too not on just Harden trying to be more versatile scoring. It's on Nash too. Like Nash got to be more creative of getting Harden. Like he sees Harden struggling with the refs. You got to be more creative and
that is
come
true.
up with some plays to get Harden involved or get Harden going. You know what I'm saying? Maybe run some 10 downs for Harden or run some specially designed plays for Harden. That's on coaching too. It's not just on Harden. It's on coaching. You got to you got to help Harden out. I know Harden's a superstar and we get at him too, but it's still on coaching too at the same time.
It is because Nash took himself. I mean, granted, we have had other reasons why we lost this game, but I arguably believe Nash coached himself out of a win tonight.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah, like he did.
And let me add this before we move on. And it's like, granted, if Harden can't do a catch and shoot on the mid, do the same thing you're doing on the 3-point, but do it on the mid range. Move up and do your step back on the mid range. He likes. I'm saying if you're telling me when you're closer that step back doesn't go in from mid range, but it can go.
He did it last game like 2 times.
Yeah, and he did it today with Torian Prince. He did a step back mid range, went in perfectly.
Yeah, it doesn't have to always be a 3. Yeah, everything doesn't have to be. You don't always have to settle for a 3. You know what I'm saying? With Harden, I feel like it's 3 or basket. Like that mid, you know what I'm saying? The mid range, and it's predictable. It's predictable. You know what I'm saying?
He's very predictable. And how do you think that's going to be when we go home?
And if not, go back to your floater. Go back to that one-handed floater. Like last year, he was bringing that out, and he was like,
"Oh
bang,
my
bang,
god,
bang.
The floater last year was yo.
That one-handed floater, and it's like, yo, bring that back. Because mind you, the defense is just building a wall to him now.
Yeah,
that's all the Wolves did, and like and he has so much space before he gets to the paint. Like imagine if you just did that, stopped, and just pulled up, or did a quick little mid range or a quick little floater. That would just help his efficiency so much. Like it's a very easier said than done, honestly.
Special design. No, I'm just talking about Nash. Just being more creative. Like how we have plays for Joe Harris, certain plays we call for Patty Mills. Certain plays we call for Kyrie, you know what I'm saying? Those type of plays. Like I think we need some type of play. I'm saying if Harden is struggling, be more creative as a coach and run a play for Harden and get him going. That's what I'm trying to tell. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. There was a stat. Harden is 60% on mid ranges. 60%.
Oh, wow.
This season, 60%. And you're telling me you don't want to get some plays for him to get an ISO in that mid range? Let him get close to get that mid range going. Like, come on, come on now.
Marcus said he's not an off the ball player. He's 40% pick and roll, 60% ISO. Damn,
that is true. But
Harden,
you gotta adjust sometimes.
He has in his career. He's been he done off the ball before. When he first got into the league, he was an off the ball kind of guy. Remember on OKC when it was KD and Russ? Most of Harden's shots were just coming from KD and Russ throwing it to him in the corner. And he was getting no shot.
Whatever happened to as you get older as a player, adjusting your game when things are not working or you're predictable as you get older, certain things, right? Like we all agree, we're not going to see 2017, 2018 Harden again, right? Like what happens to if certain things that used to once work for you are no longer working? It's time to go into your bag and adjust. Cypher said it earlier. Every time he shot at a mid range in the last couple of games, it's been perfect, right? Like, why is that not usually? You can barrel into the paint. You're telling me you can't stop midway, make a mid range, right? Like if you see the paint's packed, instead of trying to force up a layup that you may not get, or you're most likely not going to get a foul call for. Hey, shoot a fucking mid-range. Go back to your floater, like you were saying. There's
other ways. Like I said, there's other ways to score except for a 3 or go to the basket. Like you have another way. You can get your shot off differently. Or like I said, this is what I was saying. Well, here we go. Thank you for this. He said the fact Harden is pounding the ball and shooting a lot of threes is all on the coaches. They're not talking to him, making adjustments to help him and help the team. Kess shoots mids. Yeah, like I said, like. The coaches too, it's their fault too. Like I said, you got to find a creative way to get Harden going. You know what I'm saying? You see him struggling, you just find a way to get him, in the spot. Like I said, you see when we need a basket, usually our play call for Joe Harris, 2 pin downs, he comes off, hit that
Mhm.
three. Same thing with Patty. 2 pin downs or a double screen, he comes
Why-
off, hit that three. For KD, get
Why
KD the
is
ball in
this-
the post. He gets a
WTM,
screen for
why
KD,
is-
gets in the post.
Yeah. Why is this funny to say go into your bag and adjust? Why is that wrong? Like you're saying people
probably
are
trolling.
saying
He's
Harden.
trolling.
No, he was laughing around. I mean, it's like, listen, dude, if you're saying Harden is that amazing and he can do everything, right? Like some Harden stands do, you're telling me dude can't, like, clearly something's not working, he can't adjust, right? Like, why is that funny? Like, because tonight it wasn't working for him. I mean, he did shoot a mid range. He made it too. So I don't see why that's funny. I mean, it's facts.
Yeah. Make sure you guys hit that like button. You can ask out questions. I'm about to end this poll. It looks like this poll basically everything was tied. So
That's why
that's the
I said
reason we lost.
when you put the poll up, I said all three. I mean, arguably
this
tonight,
poll is
like,
tied. 223
Nash's
votes.
coaching,
Yeah.
Harden going ghost, the refs, and it was like, it wasn't even refs didn't help Kyrie. I'm not even like.
No, I said the
don't
team.
even-
The team didn't help Kyrie.
Oh, refs and team.
I said the refs and the
No,
team didn't
I
help
actually
Kyrie. That's what
think
I meant.
I don't even think overall. I don't think the team let him down. It's just, I mean, it just was a wasted good performance. I mean, that's what it comes down to. Like, that's the sad part, because there were people that, if it weren't for some fouls, like Kessler, shit, man, like, I don't look at it as a letdown. I just look at it as like there were some players that were willing to work. It's just Nash kept screwing with the lineup, and it would make those people invalid, right?
Yeah. This comments are going fast. The rest are going to joke. Hopefully Harden doesn't do this next game. Yeah, well, like I said, this game was the game I was expecting to win. Now these next two with the Lakers, like say AD comes back, and who's the other game? The
AD's
Nuggets.
gonna come back for
And the Nuggets the next game.
The Nuggets. I'm not expecting a win. I'm not expecting a win, bro.
Watch we beat them though. I have a like we're
Harden can do it though, because he did it. He did it in Christmas. You just got to do the same thing he did on Christmas. He's got to do the same thing you did against.
But we're facing
last game.
LeBron, AD, and Westbrook. Even though we know the way Westbrook's playing, like, it's low key going to be struggling, dude. Because you think tonight was bad for some scoring. I'm sorry, bro. We're fucked. We're fucked tomorrow, bro, against the Lakers and them. Like, if Patty, like, think about it. Oh yeah, it's Tuesday. If Patty's off, if Patty is not like hitting his shots.
We're done.
And all they need, all the Lakers.
Patty went crazy on Christmas. Patty made like 6 threes. He was going.
If Patty has a repeat performance, great. But I'm just telling you right now, the only thing that the Lakers and the Nuggets have to do against us the next 2 home games is play good defense on Patty and good defense on Harden, and that is it. And we're done.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, that's just the reality.
Marquis said Kyrie on that fast break, not waiting for Harden. You can't wait for Harden on the fast break, bro. You got to go. Westbrook and Harden cancel each other out.
Even the announcers were mentioning how much faster the team is with Kyrie.
Kyrie be out when he get the ball, bro. He can get the ball be out. But that's how you're supposed to do it, bro. That's how you do it. Fast break points. Somebody said the Lakers suck the same way when AD, LeBron, and Russell playing. Like I said, I'm not ruling that we can't beat the Lakers, man. I think we can beat the Lakers. It's the Nuggets that I think is like an automatic loss. I think that Nuggets game we should actually rest Harden that game.
It's a back-to-back,
Yeah, the Nuggets game I think Harden should get pulled for that game. But the Lakers game, I think we can beat them with just Harden and the kids.
I would much rather, if I had a choice between to win one of them, it would be the Lakers.
It'd be the Lakers,
yeah. There's a chance someone they're in their own ways and
the Lakers be so. I've seen the Lakers lose them to some really terrible teams, bro. Like I'm talking about bad.
And I'll tell you this: Clax may be back, but we'll see. And I don't quite honestly expect him, if he's back. I don't expect him Nash to, because we already know they're not doing it with Bembry, right? Like, how much do we even? If Clax is back,
he's not going to get a lot of minutes.
Yeah, he's not going to get a lot of minutes. So
Bembry came off those back spasms, and he's not getting the minutes he was getting. I think they're kind of slowly like trying to
Yeah. The
Getting
Laker
back
game
on.
would be a perfect game for the young guys to step up, like Joey said. Somebody else, like Cam, is a big game. It would be a big game for Cam to step up. Hopefully, Kessler can have a solid game. You're going to need a good game. Like Blake's going to have to step up. Bruce Brown's going to have to step up. Like these next 2 home games, I'm not saying we can't beat. Well, I'm not saying we can't beat the Lakers, but
It's got to be everything's got to have to go right. Everything has to go right.
Yeah.
Harden has to play well. Patty got to go crazy from 3, and the kids got to play well. Everything has to go right for us to beat the Lakers.
Yeah, because
That
I
doesn't-
don't
if
think
one of
people
those don't
realize like
happen,
how
yeah.
severely deficient we are now going home.
Yeah, if one of those things don't happen, then it's an automatic loss. If one of those things like kind of goes up, like that doesn't happen, then it's an automatic loss.
Hey, shout out to Midnight. I would bring somebody DDJ back for this game. I would.
For the Lakers game,
Yeah.
he said send Bruce Brown to the G League.
Yeah, but I would bring.
That's wicked, yo.
Yo, because he's just there for no reason now.
He
At
said
this
send
point,
Bruce and bring up DDJ. That's sick.
give me
That's sick, yo.
give me one game this season that Bruce Brown genuinely had a positive impact.
Damn, I can't remember.
And not like flashes, like genuinely he was good out all the game.
Shout out to Marquise Simmons. Listen, I get where you're coming from because that Bulls game showed me everything I needed to see, but I'm a Nets fan, man. I want to win. I want to win every time we play. I don't want to just every time we lose be like, oh, it doesn't mean anything. No big deal. Like all that. Like I want to win every game. Like so, if I see
He said we're tripping, or he said it said Nets Nation just in general.
I think he says I do feel Nets Nation is tripping sometimes, like which he probably might be saying we're tripping too. But I mean, but at the same time, though, it's like, listen, I want us to win. You know, like I want us to have this bragging rights.
I'm like I said, I'm not even like because I didn't come on here. I didn't come on here screaming that we lost. Like I'm not even like that tight about the loss. I'm just saying this would be a great. The only thing I'm concerned about is us going home, like in those 2 games back to back. That's what I'm more concerned about.
It's
this
not
game
even
should
that
have
I'm
been
mad
a win,
we
though.
lost. I'm more mad at the stupidity shit that I saw tonight. Like I'm mad at the Nash shit. I'm mad at Harden for just like pretending like he wasn't playing tonight. And and the refs. The refs were. I'm more, not even so much mad at the loss as just I'm mad at like just obvious shit that like shouldn't be happening, right? Like, and Nash needs to severely recognize like when not to fucking like. Did he say tonight? Oh, we're just taking an experiment. We'll throw James Johnson out there and kill momentum.
Yeah, he did not say. He said, "Oh, he was just giving excuses like, oh well, you know."
I hope
the Timberwolves were just big and they were just bigger, and it's like,
yeah.
Why did you put James Johnson in then? Like,
I wonder if somebody. I would curious. Like a great question would be. I hope somebody asked it. Why didn't you go back to Day'Ron Sharp? Really, like you saw a small ball not working for you all night. Why did you decide to go continue with it?
Yeah. Ask y'all questions, y'all. Trying to wrap this up soon. Let's put at Saint.
Questions are done.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any more questions really.
I'm not seeing any more questions.
More questions? Yeah, just put at Saint for any last minute questions, and then we'll wrap this up though.
Shout out to Jelani again. Bruce Nash, Javon need to go to G League Dummies.
Oh no! He said need to go to G League Dummies.
Jelani's dropping the bag.
Jelani's dropping the knowledge tonight, bro. Straight knowledge.
You can't coach effort. Shaking my head.
That's a fact, though. It's a fact.
Well, who's
you can bring it out of
coach?
You can bring it out of
you can bring it out of them. I'm not saying you can coach effort, but you
can't coach effort, but you got to bring it. You can
light
bring
a
it
fire
out
under your ass.
Yeah,
Nash is just too comfortable with letting these stars do what they want to do.
He's a soft coach, bro. Just say it, bro.
Yeah.
He's a soft coach, and there's nothing. I mean, for our team, I guess that's the role he is. Like that's why they chose. I guess because, like I said, we have 3 superstar personalities, so maybe they thought a coach that was strict and like a Tom Thibodeau will kind of mess it up. So maybe they wanted like Nash because he's like a player's coach. He's not no like get on you type of coach. He's a player's coach, soft
shout
coach.
Out to Brian Noble. I think Harden needs to start pushing the pace more. Enough of this walking the ball up in the middle. Like there's so many times that he just stands there with the ball with with 4 seconds left.
Yeah, he's a ball
holds
stopper.
That he
The
is.
shot
Yeah,
clock.
he's becoming like when Melo used to get the ball when he was in New York. The ball would
Oh
just
my
get to
God.
him, and it would just fucking die. Right?
Oh my
Like
God, yeah.
it would just
It's like a
die
black
with
hole
him.
with Melo. It was a
Yeah.
black hole with Melo.
Harden is low key coming like that this year.
Yeah. Let me read some comments.
What's in the room in the back? Probably my cat. And then my cats be doing crazy shit.
Michael K said, "Do you remember we were all through the Bruce got a
that's
jumper?
okay.
Then we were playing the Lakers in the preseason. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yo, Bruce had mad videos of him hitting threes, and they were like, "Yo, Bruce is about to hit them threes this year." Then the Lakers game came, and I think he went like 4 for 4 from
Yeah, he
three or
went
something like
crazy
that.
in that Lakers game.
Yeah, and then it
Oh
just
no,
went
I know
downhill
what
after
Nicholas saying. Nicholas, that room back there is my bathroom with the walk-in closet, walk-in shower.
that. Hey,
I'm gonna flex a little
flex. I was going to say that. Flex on them, Shay. Flex on them. Oh, hold on. There's another the questions coming in. Are you sure trade with Simmons, who is 25, who brings defense and rebounding and everything the Nets need for an old Harden is the move?
Okay.
I'm not saying that's not the move. I'm saying don't do it now.
No.
I don't think we should do it right now. No.
So, like, are we gonna ignore the fact Trae Young torched his ass the whole series, or are we just gonna ignore that shit? Like, are you also gonna ignore Kawhi Leonard torched the Sixers the whole series, and they had a arguably way better defense than now?
And who knows if Ben is in shape right now? He's like, you're acting like Ben can just walk off the law. Who knows what he's been doing, bro?
Yeah, and he's too busy engaged. Like, basketball is not his priority at this point.
Yeah, I'm not trading for Ben right now. But like I said, if I had no choice, I would do it. If I had no choice, like I said, if Harden was like, "Yo, Sean, I'm done with this team. I'm not coming back," I would do it immediately. You know what I'm saying?
Is this the one guy that like waited all night? D-Lo beats y'all. Like, come on, bro. D-Lo had one good game against.
I wonder what Jason was talking about with because he always talk about still loading. He loaded up tonight.
Yeah.
He loaded his game.
One good game.
His Madden loaded tonight, bro. His NBA 2K loaded.
Okay. See, Mario Crimson, yes, they're all good players, but Ben Simmons is hyped up to be the person to stop those said players. Like, are we not going to ignore he was a defensive player of the year last year?
Mm.
And I'm going to be honest, I did not see any of that versus the Hawks series. I didn't.
Yeah, he was up. I thought he should have won it over Gobert, but
yeah.
The
Gobert
Hawks. There were moments he did lock Trae for like one game, but then the rest of those games Trae was dogging him down.
And then Trae proceeded to just unleash. Nah, it was crazy.
Hey Raheem, I'm so mad. I didn't even care what Claxton was doing. I didn't care what Harris.
Claxton was on the bench. He's on with the hoodie.
Yeah, I don't even care what they were doing today. I was so pissed.
Let me see if there are more questions. Is Cam off limits? You got CJ McCollum in a trade offering Cam, BB, and Joe. I don't think the Blazers would do that. Wait, you're offering Cam, BB, and Joe for CJ? I'm not doing that.
And didn't CJ just come back from having a collapsed lung?
Did he just tear his lung? Yeah, didn't he have his lung or something?
Dude, no, he had literally a collapsed lung. I think I'm good right now, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not doing that.
Let's not do that.
Joe Harris and Cam? No. For CJ? No, I don't think I'm gonna do that. I don't even know if CJ. Like I said, I don't even know if he's healthy right now.
Big Fortune asked this before. Yes, we can trade him. It's just a question of what we're going to get back because people. Like, we really are, like, if you think about it, the people that you could maybe think could be traded are Javon, Millsap, maybe Bruce Brown. But you have to lower your expectations drastically small unless they can somehow package these dudes. But, I mean, there may be there may be no teams that want Millsap. That's a very good possibility, right? But the Nets are going to do their best. I'm not expecting shit back. I'm expecting like a low, super shitty second round pick or just a money dump.
Do you think the rookies are off limits?
I think
to me the rookies are off limits. I
think so
because that's our future.
I definitely think Kessler, Cam, and Sharp are off limits. I don't know about the rest of them.
So I'll ask y'all this because realistically. Granted, yes, they're off limits of the future, but we are still in a win now position. Do you, if an offer comes that helps us win now for like one or two of the rookies, are you making that move? So it's like, say like they'll take Javon as like a salary dump or Millsap as a salary dump, and they'll give us a really good asset that can help us win now. If they take like one or two of the rookies, so like Sharp or Duke or Cam and some
Damn,
like that.
that's tough. You might be right about that, bro. I'm not
'Cause
gonna
mind
lie.
you,
You might be right. That's a
Granted,
tough decision.
I love the rookies. Yes,
Yeah.
there'll be a great future here, but let's be honest, we are not as solidified yet. Harden hasn't resigned. Kyrie hasn't even resigned. Nick Claxton hasn't even resigned. So
Yeah.
we're still in a win now. We're in a window.
I
where
would
we're still
trade
kind of
Cam
win
and Claxton and keep Kessler and Sharp.
now. Yeah.
Keep Kessler, keep Sharp. You could go ahead and trade Cam and Clax.
Man.
Yeah, it depends. It depends what we get back. 'Cause like I said, the person we get back has to be young. Can't be no old guy, old geezer.
And there has to be
Has to
some
be a
level of
young. It has to be a young guy that's
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, I don't like a young guy that's.
But
like,
it has to be some level of control with it too, though.
Yeah, like I
Because
said,
that's
I
the
gotta
other.
see who we get back for that.
That's the part that is very for us. It's probably more valuable than somebody else. Is the fact that we can have Cam, and Sharp is like it's beautiful because those are going to be very important parts of this team going forward, and they're controllable at a very decent because we got these gifts so late in the rounds, first round and second, and got these guys in the second round. Is that they're so cheap.
Yeah.
Like for what they are, they're so fucking cheap. And it's like that to me is more valuable for us.
They got good value, but again, teams are still not going to give up like huge assets for those rookies. Like they're still rookies at the end of the day. Like of course we watch them play every day, but these teams are like they're not gonna like you know what I'm saying give up everything for these rookies, bro. They're not. Gonna do that.
But when I say a move, I'm not talking like a younger asset. I'm talking about an expiring asset like a Robert Covington. Something like that. A vet they just want to get rid of. Hey, go get your ring somewhere. Let's just get some new guys. That's like something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a move.
Hey, Southside Globe. We didn't sign Javon Carter. We got him in a trade for Shamet, and the pick turned into Day'Ron Sharp. So that's out of there. Millsap, whatever. That's a vet minimum. We wanted McGee, but McGee wanted to go somewhere else, and fuck PJ Tucker. I don't want that guy.
Yeah, I don't know. PJ not good.
We traded Shamet that we were not going to pay $10 million a year so that we could get a pick, which led to Day'Ron Sharp, and I would do that trade 100 times over. Millsap, whatever. It was supposed to work out. It didn't. No.
PJ Tucker would basically do exactly what James Johnson's doing, but like just stand in the corner, miss some hit threes, or
people definitely watch the highlights and don't really see a whole player's game. PJ Tucker is a dog.
He's overrated, bro.
Yes, he can hustle. Oh yeah, he can rebound, get those 50-50, but majority of the game, if it's not a corner three, what is he giving you?
I'm telling you, he just stands. He doesn't hit nothing else but that corner, bro. And most of his stats be 0-0-0.
Yeah.
Look at the playoffs, bro. Most of his stats was 0-0-0
Did you see this?
0.
Big Fortune said, "Why did Cam unfollow the Nets?" My first question is, how do you know that, and is it true?
Why does it matter?
Marquis saying Cam must know he's getting traded ever since the Spurs get. Where are you guys getting this stuff?
The Spurs game literally was. That was literally last game. What are we talking about? That was last game.
He really unfollowed the Nets?
Elijah Hall saying PJ Tucker is not overrated.
He's overrated to me, bro.
It's time to end the stream, bro.
Yes, he is overrated. What are we doing?
Overrated, bro.
He was a part of the team that went 0-27 in the playoffs. What are we doing? he was part of the team that went 0-27 in the playoffs.
He's not that guy, bro.
And his main job was to hit the corner three.
And the only reason
KD had almost 50 points on him twice. KD scored 50 points on him twice.
The only reason why PJ Tucker looked good last year in defense against us is because the refs literally let him foul KD.
And KD still had almost 50 points twice. Almost twice. 50 points on him twice, bro.
Nah, this is really funny. Cam Thomas has pimp name Slipback as his profile on Instagram.
Really?
That's hilarious.
Oh my god.
Let's see here.
Did he follow the Nets before, or did he just
he's following the Brooklyn Nets?
Yeah.
Oh, he's following them?
What are you
probably on Twitter. Let me check.
They trolling.
Yeah, you're an idiot, Big Fortune. What are you trying to do?
Let me show you.
T. Ahmed, here's the other troller. Why are you guys blaming the players? We don't have a good coach. It doesn't matter who will sign. I want to see another coach.
Why you say it
why-
like that?
Because when I read it, that's how it sounds to me in my head. Because why can't it be both, T. Ahmed?
Yeah, this
Right?
is a
Why
two-way
can't be
street.
players playing like ass and the coach also being ass?
Yeah.
It does happen.
He's saying us, or he's talking about the chat?
He's following the nuts on Twitter. What are you talking about?
I don't know if he's talking about us or the chat, but yes, both.
Yeah.
Big Fortune. We accept your apologies.
Okay, here. Steve Nash is a bad coach. He is a bad coach. We can all agree. But this is a two-way street too. A coach can have all the talent, but at the end of the day, if the talent also is not upholding their end of the deal, like it's gonna fall flat. Like I'm sure Eric Spoelstra wouldn't have the success if LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, or Chris Bosh wasn't holding their end of the deal up.
Yeah.
Like this basketball is a two-way street, especially for the
like I said, we came at all corners. Like I said, people don't watch the streams. Like people don't watch. Y'all gotta replay these streams, bro. Like we break down these games, everything what happened, the reasons why we lost. I put a poll up, and then y'all put up a question. Oh, y'all only blaming the players. We literally did an hour of talking about every single reason why we lost, and you're still asking us, oh, you guys are blaming all the players. Like,
No,
I don't
I
get
mean,
it.
listen,
maybe coming up last minute. Like, what are you?
at the end of the day, this was like your poll that was like virtually tied through all the reasons. There was more than one reason tonight why we lost. You know, it was the officiating, it was Nash and his trash decisions. Harden just going ghost tonight, not having a good game, being somewhere else, right? Like it's crazy to like, you can't pinpoint it on one thing. The one thing I do think that arguably lost us the game was Nash at the end, because we had a chance. We had a chance to win that game, and he decided to go with the JJ shit show, and that's what lost us the game. It literally was.
The JJ shit was going.
All right. Yeah, I'm about to add this. Yeah, I'm done because I keep seeing the trolls.
I don't even have a last word, bro. Like I'm just done.
I keep seeing the trolling. The trolling is crazy right now, bro. After Chubbs just looked everything up. He really unfollowed He really unfollowed the Nets.
Okay,
all right, man.
Okay. Let me show it. Okay, this is Cam Thomas's page. Let's go to follows. Scroll all the way down. Look at that. Brooklyn Nets. He's following. Oh. Jesus Christ.
All right, I'm done. I don't want to answer any more questions.
All right, make sure you guys hit that like button. Tuesday Lakers game. It's gonna be Harden by himself with the work with kids. Hopefully, we'll see Claxton. Chubbs, you got last words?
I want to say Javon Carter's bald, but that's overplayed. I think that's not.
It reminded me of last. Remember Andre Drummond was not top 20 center. Ray would say that every stream.
Bring that back.
Yo, he would say that every stream. Yo.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Tom Brady is the GOAT, and don't ever compare him to Aaron Rodgers. Don't even mention his name in the same sentence. Like,
yo, shout out the NFL playoffs has been crazy games, bro.
Y'all saw that Bills versus.
We are now.
It's crazy.
You know what my last words are? The Heat are now in first place. We're in second, a half a game ahead.
Oh, it was good while it lasted. It was good while it lasted. Just hit that like button on your way out. Oh yeah, join our Discord. Thank you, Isaac. Our Discord's in the chat. I'll pin it right now. If you're not on Discord, join our Discord. Hit the like button. We'll be back. Lakers game on Tuesday.
Peace.
Peace.